to read for the month of June. I didn't do these for like the past couple months just because I've been so busy, like with school. I'm starting college. I did start college actually, summer classes, 3 of them. I love it. Really I hate it, but my work's crazy, so yeah, I really haven't been doing them. I also haven't been doing reading wrap-ups because I literally haven't been reading. I literally just finished the Song of Achilles like yesterday, which is literally taking me like a month to read that book because I've been so busy. But this is gonna be what I want to read for June, so let's get to it. I bought a lot of new books recently, which I was gonna do like a separate book haul type of video, but it wasn't gonna be that long, so I'm just gonna include it in here because they're obviously gonna be books I want to read in June. So yeah, we'll start with the non-popular books, or like books that a lot of people may not be super familiar with, like the non-TikTok books, if that makes sense, because I did buy a lot of TikTok books. So the one that I'm actually starting now is Boyfriend Summer by Michelle Dalton. Is that how you say her name? This is the Pulled Under and Swept Away. I do not know if this is like 2 stories combined into one, because I literally tried to look this up on Goodreads, and there were like Boyfriend Summer, Pulled Under was like a separate book, and then this was like a book on its own, so I'm not really sure what this is, but basically this is like the perfect summer book to read. Like literally, if you want a summer book, read this. I'm actually going to be starting this probably after this video because I finished Song of Achilles, so I want to start reading. I'm going to try my hardest to read as many books as I can. Also, sorry about this lighting. The sun is going crazy right now. It's like setting but not setting, if that makes any sense, so sorry about the shadows. But basically this is like a book where you have this girl named Mandy Sullivan, and she's basically working her life away, I guess, or it makes it seem like all she's doing is working. And I guess this guy named Ben Barker walks into her life, and then you see their romance. He teaches her how to surf, and she ends up going into like a surfing contest, I think. But Ben is only in town for the summer, so like it's really only like a summer romance, and then when he leaves, she has to figure out what she's going to do with herself. But okay, wait, I'm so confused. I'm like reading the back of this, and it's saying in Pulled Under, Izzy Lucas is the character, and then in Swept Away, Mandy Sullivan. Okay, so ignore all the stuff that I said, like erase it from your brain, because I guess I was wrong. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm lost. I don't know if this is 2 books into one. I'm like so lost. I'm confused. I think this is 2 books into one. Is that why it's so freaking thick? Well, anyways, I'm confused, but I'm gonna read this, and then whenever I talk about it on my Goodreads or whatever, I will like explain my thoughts. But I'm very confused. I don't know if this is 2 books combined into one, but this is one of the books I want to read for June. Okay, this one, I think I've talked about some of these books already, so you might see repeats of some of these books, but the book talk books that I recently just bought, you haven't heard about them, or I haven't talked about them yet. But this is Let's Get Lost by Addie Allshade. I do not know if I'm saying the author's name correctly. I'm so sorry. But basically you have 5 strangers, and they all go on adventures, and there's only one way to get lost, or one epic way to get lost. So 4 teens cross the country, and they only have one thing in common, which is this girl named Layla. I guess Layla like crashes into their lives, and it's, I guess, some like important person for like each of the 5 strangers. But yeah, it's an entertaining and romantic road trip debut. This cover literally reminds me of Paper Towns because of the map and like the little like paper town, you know. This is, when I first look at this, I look at Paper Towns, which that was like an amazing book and an amazing movie. Like I loved Paper Towns, but this is, I feel like, another really good summer read because like adventures and like friends and adventures and like getting lost and like having like the time of your life with like, you know, people. It's just like a really good summer read, so I can't wait to read this one. Next is a book that I got I forget where I got this, but it wasn't Walmart anywhere. It was like a bargained price, and I tried to take this stupid sticker off and I could not get it off. But this is called Wicked River. This is by Jenny something. I cannot see the author's last name, but basically this, I guess, is like a thriller, which I know reading thrillers in the summer is like a little bit strange, but I don't care. I'll read anything, okay? I don't care what season it is, what month it is, you know, anything. I'll read anything, because if it's a good book, girl, I'm reading it, okay? So basically you have Natalie and Doug, and I guess they get isolated. Okay, so they get isolated in the woods, and then they realize they're not alone or something. I don't know. I really don't know anything about these books, really, except a couple of book talk books, because I've seen them everywhere. But some of these books that are not very popular, I really don't know anything going into them. That's why I'm just kind of like reading the back a little bit and giving you something to go off of. But this is going to be a thriller, and it looks like it's going to be a really awesome one. So I cannot wait. My dad actually picked this out for me, and he's really good at picking out books that he thinks that I will like. So yeah. Okay, next, this is a book that I haven't talked about. I don't know if it's popular or anything, never seen anything like it, but when I went on vacation with my boyfriend, we went to Shippensburg, if you know where that is in Pennsylvania. We went into like some rinky-dink bookshop, and now let me tell you, it was pretty weird. It was creepy vibes all the way, but they had really awesome cheap books. Like this book was literally like $5. Like you can't beat it. And I only love soft cover books. Okay, please, if you're gonna buy me a book, do not get hardcover if you possibly can, because I hate hardcovers so much. But this is called Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. I do not know how to pronounce it. So this seems like it's gonna be a fantasy, and I don't read fantasies, or like I've never read a fantasy, but I really want to like get into them. I want to dive into it. This says on the back, it's a lightning fast tale of loyalty, love, and finding one's destiny. So basically, you have 16 years ago, there's a kingdom of winter, and I guess they're conquered and their citizens are enslaved, leaving them without magic or a monarch. Now the Winterians' only hope for freedom is the 8 survivors who managed to escape. So basically it's a fantasy, and there's like magic in this book, and like you have your main like 8 survivors who escaped whatever tragedy was going on, and they've been searching for the chance to steal back winter's magic and rebuild their kingdom. So basically their kingdom is like destroyed, their magic is gone, so these 8 like survivors are trying to figure out like how to regain all that back. So this sounds like it's going to be very, very good. There's another book, I think, I don't know if it's like a series, but it's Ice Like Fire, and I really want to read the next one if this one is good. So I've never I don't get how so many people have so many books that they hate. I've only ever had one book that I hated, and it was that dumb Christmas book that I like read and like talked about to you guys briefly, but like I've never had any books be like below a 4-star. Like I don't get how people hate so many books, but I've had so many books that I've loved. Alright, next is another thriller. This is Thicken Thieves by Sandra Brown. I think my dad also picked this out for me. This is going to be a thriller, of course. So in this book, it's 20 years ago in the dead of night. 4 unlikely allies pulled off a daring heist. By daybreak, one was in the hospital, one was in jail, one was dead, and one got away with it. So that just literally like draws me into this book. Like I literally want to know what happened to each of them. Like one was in the hospital, so something tragic must have happened to that person. One was in jail, they must have done something like super bad, maybe not, I don't know. One was dead, like who killed this person? And one got away with it. So you're trying to figure out, it's kind of like a mystery, but I don't really know. But 4 of these people have done some crazy things to end up in their situations, and you're trying to figure out what happened to them. And I cannot wait. I love thrillers a lot. Okay, let's get into the popular books. There's a lot of popular books that I've bought recently, because every time I go shopping, it's a ritual for me now. I don't care if I'm about to be broke or something, like I just have to, or I won't feel like my day is complete. But every time I'm in town shopping and there's a Barnes & Noble, Bam, Books A Million, whatever, I have to buy a book, okay? And I always do. That's why I have so many books. So I know I have not read this book. I'm probably like the last person on planet Earth to read like half of these books, so I'm finally reading them. This is The Love Hypothesis by Ally Hazelwood. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Basically, you have a student and a professor, and they end up like fake dating or something, and this is supposed to be like a Star Wars like love reference or something like that. I don't know, but I always hear in this book that this doctor right here is like so hot, and he's like to die for, like the best book boyfriend ever. So I cannot wait to dive into this. I'm so excited. Like all these TikTok books, I just want to read all of them in one sitting. Next, an Emily Henry book, and I've already read an Emily Henry book and I freaking loved it. It was the other beach one. It was Beach Read. It was amazing. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, you know. Exceeded my expectations, but this is People We Meet on Vacation. This is another really, really good summer book. You have 2 best friends, 10 summer trips, 1 last chance to fall in love. So, Poppy and Alex, I guess, are your love interest. They have nothing in common. Yeah, I really know nothing about these books. Like, I'm literally just now reading the backs. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but a lot of people say like this book is like amazing. Like, Emily Henry is like #1 read author on Book Talk and like all of that. This book, I am so excited, guys. I'm so excited for this book. You have no idea, like no idea. This is the well, I grabbed 2 books at one time, sorry. This is the Inheritance Games. Oh my god, just look at this cover. Like, this is gorgeous. I was gonna buy the second one, but I couldn't find it in like soft cover, so I only got the first one. But look at this cover. Is this not the gorgeous cover, most gorgeous cover you have ever seen? Like, I'm dying. So this is is it fantasy? I don't even know what genre this is. I guess thriller, because you're trying to like your suspense a lot. So basically you have this man named Tobias Harthward, and he passes away and leaves, I think, his granddaughter, I'm not sure, but he leaves Avery Graham's like his entire fortune. But the only catch is that they have to move into his mansion, which is full of secret passages, riddles, and codes. And Avery is also being occupied, sorry, I don't know why I always say that word wrong, by the family that was just disinherited. So this includes the 4 Hawthorne grandsons, dangerous, magnetic boys who grew up with every expectation that one day they would inherit billions. So basically, people say this is like, it's like a certain movie, but Knives Out, is that what it's called? I think people reference this to Knives Out a lot. I've never watched that ever, I don't think. But the next one is the Hawthorne Legacy, and I really want to buy the next one. Like, I already know this is going to be 5 out of 5, but I'm so excited because I love books with riddles, solving puzzles. Like, it just sounds like so good. Okay, and then I got a Sally Rooney book, and it's either you hate this or you love this. Simple as that, plain as that, you know. This is Normal People by Sally Rooney. Now, a lot of people complain because she does not use quotation marks with her dialogue, so you're kind of like, is this person speaking, is this person not? But you know, it's not going to stop me from reading a book. You know, I've seen so much about this book, and this book is short. I did not think this book was this short, but no idea what this is about. But you have Connell and Marianne, I do not know how to pronounce the character names, I'm so sorry, but they grew up in a small town, but the similarities end there. At school, Connell is popular and well-liked, while Moraine is a loner, but when the two strike up a conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing begins. So basically you see those two connect. They're very, very different. You have the popular and I guess the non-popular, which nothing wrong with the non-popular, but yeah, this book just looks so pretty. Like, I love this. It's a Who's original series. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna literally watch that right when I'm done reading this, but this book shouldn't take me more than like a week to finish, so it's very short. Okay, Christina Lawrence. I know. Lawrence, I'm so sorry. Lauren, sorry. Oh my gosh. It's Christina Lauren, I'm so sorry. This is the On Honeymooners, so I think this is about like a wedding or something. I may be wrong as well. Oh yeah, wedding. Romance. Big romance right here. I just can't wait to read this. Another really, really good summer book to read if you want to read romance. I can't wait to read the On Honeymooners. Like, I'm so excited for all of these books. And then this is the grand finale, okay? This is Emily Henry's new book that literally just came out. Book lovers. Oh my god, I saw this at Target. It was the last book. I'm like, girl, I'm getting it. I don't care if it breaks my bank, because books, let me tell you, some of these popular book talk books are pretty expensive, but you know, I just can't resist. This was the last one at Target. I had to, but I just love books when it's talking about like authors, or when a book is about a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I love it. I cannot wait to read this. Look at the cover. It's so pretty. Look at the back. I love this stack of books. Like, I just can't wait. Oh my god, I just hit myself in the face. I just can't wait for this. Like, I am ecstatic. Like, when I got this book, I literally like texted my parents because I got this on vacation. Most of these books I got on vacation, but most of them I got here. But like, when I picked this book up, I literally posted it everywhere. Like, oh my god, I got the new Emily Henry book. Like, I was literally like so ecstatic that I got this, because Emily Henry is amazing. I love her to death. Like, top author right then and there. Because she's the one that wrote People on Vacation. She's the one that wrote the Beach Read. Like, I literally love her to death, okay? Like, her next book, I'm buying. Like, I will pre-order it if I need to. But those are all the books that I'm going to try to read this month. Let me count how many there are. 11 books. Wouldn't that be like amazing if like at the end of this month I'm like, oh yeah, I read 11 books. Like, I know that's not going to happen because I'm just so busy, but I literally cannot wait to start like all of these. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.